Hello everyone. I have quite a bit of new stuff to show you today. I have been working quite a few hours since my last video. I've done quite a few things. A lot of it fairly boring, so I decided to not do it on camera. But one minor thing I did, sort of, was fill in this lava because I did end up falling into it. And I knew it was inevitable. But yeah, I fell into it. I didn't lose a whole lot of stuff. I lost my diamond drill and stuff. Some other sort of minor things. I lost a backpack, I think. So I had to rebuild all that stuff. I think I showed you this last time on my last video. I did add another section to it for flax. I'll show you the major thing I've added. I'll give you a little teaser over here real quick. What's this? Interesting glass formation. Let's go take a look. Mysterious hole. I'll explain that afterwards. What's this? What's this? Ooh. It appears to be a vault. Very beginnings of a vault, which actually took me quite a few materials. Nice ocean view here. This took me quite a while to make too. A couple hours of constant clearing with a filler. These are logistics pipes from the logistics pipes mod. Let's see. Basically, we have, what is this called? I think this is just a standard logistics pipe, but it basically tells it to put stone and cobblestone stairs in these chests. Then there's one behind it. Can't really get to it, but it's just I think it's a provider pipe. Basically, it knows which items are in these chests, and it will provide them when requested to do so. So let's see. This one I have dirt, sand, gravel. Try to keep the signs as close as possible to what's in them. But you only have, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 slots. So every one of these has 9 slots of stuff it can hold. It's quite a lot of work to categorize everything because Minecraft has so many items in it. This is the overflow pipe, so you do that by saying that this is the default route. So if I set this pipe as the default route, then what happens is any item that goes into the logistics pipes network and can't find a valid destination, it will take the default route. Now I have one level on the bottom, one level there, and I do have room for one more level up above that. Then I can of course go along the back. Not sure if I can go down the side without getting into the water. That could be a pain. But I'll jump off that bridge when I get there. I can do along that wall too, which I think these 3 tiers will probably be enough. I just don't have enough diamonds to build all 3 tiers because the recipes are quite expensive. Like this little fella, for instance, he takes for 8 of these you need a diamond pipe and you need 2 gold gears, some glass, and some redstone torches. That gives you 8 of these guys. Those are just the basic logistics pipes. You have to put one of these at every pipe intersection, and it's basically what routes all the items. Then these ones over here behind it, the provider pipe takes, I think it's one of these pipes and 1 diamond. So basically for every one of these chest groups I need a diamond for the provider pipe, and then like part of a diamond to make the basic pipe. So as you can see, you go through diamonds pretty quickly. I think I have about a dozen diamonds left. But the level below, there's nothing in it yet, but I'll just go down there and show you. This is going to be the factory. I think it's going to be big enough, I'm not sure. But basically you take your crafting, you have a crafting pipe, and you can connect it to a crafting table. And basically it'll be smart enough to send items to a crafting table and then take it back out and send the finished product wherever it has to go. And those take 2 diamonds for each crafting pipe. So for every item I want to make, it's going to be 2 diamonds. Unrelated to that mod, I put in this crafting table 2 mod. Basically it takes the items you have in your inventory and it'll tell you what you can make with them. And it works for a few different mods. Let's see if we can make a buildcraft gear, just for demonstration. So we have sticks. And there we go, it added that as a possible product, and it also added a gear, anything else that uses sticks. So it's a pretty useful mod. You can make your own recipes for it. It's pretty cool. Right now it supports Industrial Craft, Red Power 2, Buildcraft, Industrial Craft. So pretty cool. So I think I'll go behind and I'll show you kind of the guts of everything. I'll start on the other end here. So as you can kind of tell, this is the main line that comes in from like my main base and my cobblestone factory and my flax farm and my cactus farm. So basically once an item hits one of these pipes, that's when it goes out onto the logistics pipes network and it looks for valid destinations. So basically what happens is there's a logistics pipe way at the other end. The cactus hit that one, and then it was given a route to take, which basically put it into the chest wherever upstairs on the next level. So since these are expensive, I decided at first I had one of these for every chest section. I'll just say chest. There's 4 chests, but I'll just say 1 chest. So to conserve pipes, I decided to take 1 and split off cobble and stone pipes to go to each chest. That way, instead of using like 3 pipes or 3 logistics pipes for these 3 chests, I'm using 1. And then it comes off the bottom, and then that goes under here to the next logistics pipe, which splits off again. Just a way to conserve the pipes because they're fairly expensive. And that just continues on pretty much forever. And then the pipe over here, it goes down into an obsidian pipe, so I can just throw items into it and it'll enter the network and sort into the vault. And then the next level up is the second tier. Which does the same thing as the first tier. Every one of these logistics pipes is just default. It has no configuration on it whatsoever. All the pipes talk to each other, so they're They're pretty smart. All the green ticks tell you that there's another logistics pipe somewhere down the line here. If it's red, that means there's no logistics pipe down the line. As you can see, this one is connected. It's got green, so it's connected to that one. And the green here, it's connected to this one in here. This line goes to my farm, the forestry farm, the wheat farm and the tree farm and stuff. It's really the logistics pipes are pretty versatile. At first, this one's really good to see what's going on. These have no interface. Basic pipes do. So at first, I had a basic logistics pipe here, which is the one that actually doesn't really request the items, but tells the network which kind of items it can accept. So like this is all the items that this pipe accepts. And this pipe was over here at first, like these were just reversed. So I'd have the items come in here, and then the provider pipe, which is on this end, sent items this way. And I had holes in the floor, which would send the items in a pipe under here and go that way. But then I realized I could just do this and have the items, instead of kind of coming in here and then leaving this way, they can come in and they can go back out this way. I never realized it could do that, so kind of stumbled on that one, and it saved me a lot of pipes. So that's a good tip if you're experimenting with these yourself. What else can I show you? I guess I can go upstairs and I'll show you how a request pipe works. Another fairly expensive pipe to make. Wish you could run upstairs. This is a request pipe. Basically, if you're holding an item, let's say 15 pipes, so let's just do 1. However many items you're holding is how many items it will request. So request successful. So basically what is done is went on the storage network, looked around for a provider pipe with a chest connected to it with stone pipe, and then it pulled one stone pipe out of that chest and it's sending it to this pipe. Now you don't need a chest on this end of it, you can just have it open and it will kind of just flop out onto the ground. But it does take a little while to get up here. I think it takes about 30 seconds. There it comes. And then it ended up there. So now if I request, I have 3 in my hand now, so I'll right click again. It'll send me 3 eventually. Now this is my return, so I can just take these, fire them out there. And there they go. That goes down towards the main network. There come the 3 pipes I requested earlier. So now I guess, let's see. Cactus farm. I disconnected from the chest over here. And it routes straight down into the logistics pipes network. So it doesn't have any logistics pipes yet. It just kind of just regular pipes. And this is my main junction here. This comes from my cobble and my reed farms and all the other stuff. And it goes down and connects to a logistics pipe here. This is really the start of my network from this end. This pipe right here, the vertical one, comes from upstairs where we just were requesting items from. As you can see, these two sides are red, that means there's no logistics pipes in this direction. This just connects over to the vault over there. So now actually let's go this way. I'm gonna head over to the cobblestone factory. So far it looks the same. I'm gonna get rid of probably all this stuff. This is an temporary access thing. I don't know, it might be permanent. I might put a trapdoor or something on top of it. But I'm still heavily in the production stage, so I don't even have a door on here anymore. Oh. So, most of this is untouched. Still works the same way, except items no longer go into chests. They go straight into this pipe, down into the network. And there's an iron pipe there, as you can see, and it tells it to go that way. Probably better if I go down here. This is the sand pipe, does the same idea. I'll actually just go down and show you. I have to be very careful cutting through here because I got so many wires. So here's where the sand comes down, forces it to go this way. There's no redstone or anything on this. This is a permanent directional iron pipe. Always goes this way. And then this is where the glass and stuff that came out of the furnace comes down. Goes that way. Then down here you might be able to see there's where the main intersection is, and the vault is this way. You can see some cactus going there. And over here, this is where the flax farm is. There's the obsidian pipe. There's the inside of the room here. Switches, yada yada. So basically the same thing, except for crafting the stuff here and storing in a chest here and storing the rest of the stuff over here. It just all goes to the vault. That sort of makes it a little more expensive if I want to auto craft it, but actually I can turn this on just for a demo. And away we go. Fairly basic. Wow. I've been recording for a whole day and a whole night. So, let's see. Here's one of the pilot holes I used to make the vault. Sort of doubles as quick access. So now I'm in the vault. There's my railroad track that I have no idea what I'm going to do with yet. Like honestly, I don't even know where to start with this. It's not really high priority right now. This is the pipe that goes to the tree farms and whatnot. It's kind of a cool setup over there. I'll go, actually I gotta go this way. Go over there and show you those very quick. So basically this is the template for each setup. Got the harvester, which has a pipe coming off the bottom for saplings or whatever. Actually, this one's a turbary. So the funny thing is, I don't even think I need that. I haven't been harvesting any peat for a while, so I haven't tested this one. I just copied the design over from these ones. Basically, for the tree farm, you'd have saplings coming out of the bottom. Then you'd have whatever comes to the side, wood. Then we have, this is a new logistics pipe called a supplier pipe, I think. This basically says keep 10 bog earth stocked into this device at all times. So once this hits 9, it'll request 1 bog earth from wherever on the network, and then something will provide it, which will be a chest full of bog earth. Or if I have no bog earth, I will have a factory set up that can make bog earth, and it will just request it from the factory, which will be slick. Basically what we'll end up with is a completely automated farming system. Saplings come out of here, wood comes out of here, sand comes out of here. I don't know if that's a desired result, but this pipe actually pulls out the sand from inside of here, and it will provide 10 saplings and 10 humus into this machine at all times. So pretty slick. This one works the same way. I'll show you the underside, which is kind of cool. Yeah, it's a fairly clean setup. So basically, each farm has one basic logistics pipe. Everything comes down into this one pipe, and once it hits this pipe, then it's basically on the network. Once it hits this pipe, it's given a destination, and then it goes there. So these two are tied together. These two are tied together, so this one are tied together, and then there's basically a pipe that links the two, or the 4 together. That's the way I designed it in my head anyway. And then this pipe is the one that goes to the farm. Well, not the farm, the vault. That's like the main pipe. So basically, when I put in my control tower, I'll probably splice off one of these pipes and send one pipe into the control tower where I can request items and all that fun stuff. Now this fella right here, I think I'm going to relocate him. I don't know where yet. Probably just put him, doesn't take up a lot of space, so I might just, like, the underneath of these, like below these, I did not really expect to use that little bit of space. Like, I expected to have lots of machines down here. I don't know why. I think it was before I started playing with this logistics mod. It made things a lot cleaner and a lot simpler. Does kind of hurt your performance a bit because the pipes are always checking for valid routes and stuff. So, especially for a network this big, I had to edit the configuration for logistics pipes and make it so that it searches a little farther, because I was having issues where pipes weren't seeing other pipes. Like this would stay red, for instance, because it wouldn't go far enough to find another pipe. So I had to increase that number, which kind of made my performance take a little bit of a dump. So anyway, I think I'll put this down in here, maybe underneath here. I'll take this water pipe, I'll maybe put it into the ground. So I'll hook this up to a logistics pipe so that it has its own supply of water cells or cans or whatever. I may even experiment with using water buckets instead of water cans. That way I don't, because every time you make one of these, or like 16 of them, it's like 3 tin or something, so it'd be nice to have reusable water buckets if I can. The next big phase is replace these peat engines with electric engines. And to do that, I'm going to have to set up my power framework, which I've been experimenting with biofuel. So I'm going to be turning cactus and saplings into biofuel, and then using that to power a biogenerator. to make the power, to run the engines, to run the farms. Now the only thing is, it's not going to be like I can leave the engines running all the time, because the electric engines use a lot of power, so they're going to use a lot more power than I'm creating, which means it'll be like I'll run them once in a while, they'll harvest the stuff, then I'll turn them off and let the batteries charge back up from the generators. Don't exactly know how I'm going to do this, but it'll probably be all off camera. I still need to build up my control tower here. That I may put in a mushroom farm, I'm not sure yet. Because that would be a good source of dirt, I think. I was thinking of maybe putting it on the roof of the control tower. So I have a lot of work to do. Most of which I'll probably do off camera because it's really tedious stuff. This hut is sort of becoming irrelevant. There's a lot of items in here still that have to be moved into the vault. And I have a lot of categorizing left to do in the vault. Good thing about the overflow is that I can just have items go in there, and then once they go into the overflow, I can kind of look through and see what's overflowing, and basically tells me what has to be categorized. So basically anything that ends up in here doesn't have a valid destination on the storage network. So like black wool, for instance, should be in one of these. I only have one wool, okay. So that should be there. So I test that by going back over here. Fire that in there. We should see that coming in through here. Eventually. There it goes. So that one's working. So periodically what I'll do is I'll take a whole inventory of stuff. I'll fire it into an obsidian pipe, let it run through the network, and then see what ends up in these boxes, these chests. Then I'll kind of go through and see like what needs to be categorized. Then I'll do it accordingly. Uncommon stuff I'll probably leave in these chests. Stuff that I don't really have a lot of use for, because the pipes are smart enough to look in the chests and see which items it can pull from. So even though the items aren't marked in here, I can still pull the items from the chests. So like, even though leather itself isn't in this pipe, the provider pipe is smart enough to know that this chest has leather in it. Therefore, when something requests it on the network, it will pull it from this chest and send it. So that really makes things a little easier. We'll see how many diamonds I have left. I was trying to get figure out a mod that I could use industrial diamond as regular diamonds for buildcraft and stuff. And I was making progress, but the mod doesn't properly detect buildcraft, so I got 16 diamonds. So yeah, what I did in the interim is just make it so I can put industrial diamond there and I can get regular diamond out of it. It's really the only way I'll be able to use industrial diamond for buildcraft recipes and stuff, so I figured that was a good stopgap. Can't think of anything else I need to show you. Pretty much covers everything. probably start on the factory portion soon. The first factory stuff I'm going to have to do is like bog earth and humus, just to support the factory. I think that's really all I need for forestry stuff. I think. I need to figure out the whole bucket thing. Then eventually I'll have a factory for basically simple stuff like circuits and buildcraft gears or stuff like that you need all the time, like ingredients. I probably won't use the factory to make like advanced stuff like buildcraft quarries and stuff. Something you only need a few of, because the downside to it is that you have to have the item in your inventory to request it. So if I wanted gold pipes from a request pipe, I have to have at least one gold pipe in my inventory, because you have to have it in your hand and right click on it to request it. So basically you need one of the items to request it at all times. So I think I'll keep a little chest beside, like I have one up there, little chest with commonly used items in it that I can request. So the other thing that kind of sucks about the whole factory thing is basically, you know how if you have a let me see if I have one. Build craft. Crafting table. Okay. So say you have a crafting table. You would have this is just a placeholder. You'd have a crafting pipe from logistics pipes. So basically, let's say I wanted to make wooden gears. I have to have the crafting table. It has to have wooden gears in it, right? So that's 4 sticks that I used to make that recipe. And then in this one, I also have to do the same thing. I have to put 4 more sticks in the pipe. And not only that, but I have to put the resulting item in it as well. So I have to have 4 sticks for this, 4 sticks for the crafting pipe, plus a finished gear to put in the crafting pipe. Because the crafting pipe wants to know which items it requires and which items it creates. So, as you can see, basically I needed 3 gears worth of stuff just to tell this assembly what to create. So you can kind of imagine how expensive that would be if you wanted to make diamond gears. I'd need 4 diamonds and a golden gear in there, 4 diamonds and a golden gear in here, and I'd also need a diamond gear in here to tell it what the output is. So, as you can see, that's very expensive. I think the interface is going to be changed in the future so that you don't need to do that. Because right now the supplier pipes are the only ones that if you right click on them with an item, it will kind of copy the item into the interface instead of consuming the item. I should probably just show you that instead of trying to explain it poorly. Okay, so this is the supplier pipe. So I click that, it disappears. So let's say I want to keep 10 saplings stocked in here. I have 10 saplings in my inventory. I left click again, but as you can see, the items never actually left my inventory. I still have my 10 saplings, it just put a copy of them in there. So I'm hoping eventually all the logistics pipes will go that direction. I think they are. This is sort of like a test, but it's really useful. It would be ideal if even the automatic workbenches did the same thing, but I don't know if that's going to happen.